Hello Cocooners, Laurie here in the Michigan Cocoon. It is late August and the beginning of harvest season, and I'm just so excited to explore the topic of discovering your inner harvest with you today. Some of you may know that my dear friend Sarah and I, co-creators of Hello from the Cocoon, love to create seasonal creativity guides, and we did one for each season in the last 3 years. So I wanted to invite you to download our 9-page Discovering Your Inner Harvest Autumn Creativity Guide to follow along with me today. I'm not going to go through every page in this video, but I do want to highlight a few important pieces that I feel Discovering Your Inner Harvest really need to take a look at. If you'd like, you can grab a warm drink or a pen and paper, or maybe something to draw and doodle, or just relax wherever you are and contemplate all of the changes that come within and without. So let's get started. So the first question that we can explore all together is, how do you define your inner harvest? What does that mean to you? For me, I have these images of all of the growth that I've been putting into my goals, my dreams. Maybe there are intentions that I planted years ago, and maybe there are just a few intentions that I created during the spring season of this year. Did anything come to fruition? And did anything not bloom at all? It's a good time to sort of revisit the yearnings of your heart. The second question that we can explore all together is, what does discovering your inner harvest mean to you right now? Perhaps you're going through a big change in your life, or you're exploring the process of grieving. Maybe you're looking into your ancestry, or you're learning a new skill. And maybe you're just really fully enjoying the blooms and the abundance of your life right now. What does discovering your inner harvest mean to you? Why don't we look at trust? And there's a page that we created called Your Circle of Trust. So for this contemplation, I want you to just think to yourself, who is in your circle of trust right now? And this can be sort of a difficult process. You might be surprised at who you fully feel safe to have in your circle of friends, of family, etc., even coworkers. It can be also exciting to see who made it into your circle of trust that you didn't realize you feel such a kindred, connection with. What are those feelings that come up in your body? How does it make you feel emotionally? And how can you nurture and foster these connections with your circle of trust? The next 2 pages that I want to highlight are morning routine and evening routine. And these could also be rituals. So just taking a look at the harvest season from here through to the end of, let's say, December time. You're probably going to be going into your winter cocoon sometime around December if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere. But looking at this time of year and just bringing in a sprinkle of coziness or warmth, or whatever the elements of harvest mean to you, whatever those elements are, and bringing them into your morning routine and your evening routine. Okay, here we go. So I want to invite you to experience your inner harvest with a few activities. And the first one is very relevant because next month in September, we are going to be having a live cocoon gathering on Zoom, and it's going to be all about pumpkins and creating your own magic. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a story time around pumpkins. What is the magic of a pumpkin? The symbolism, some fun facts about them, and maybe even some fairy folklore about how pumpkins appear in fairy tales. We'll see. And then also just exploring for ourselves, where does our magic come from? How can we find it? How can we cultivate it? And how can we allow it to come out into the world? So our first activity to experience your inner harvest is to simply be a pumpkin. Let's go to the pumpkin patch this fall and take your time, feel into your essence or something that you want to embody. It could also be, some characteristic that you don't feel like you have yet. And while you're looking at all of the beautiful, unique pumpkins, you're going to find the pumpkin that perfectly embodies that characteristic. You're looking for a specific feeling in the pumpkin, and you're going to be bringing that pumpkin into your home. You can even play with it, you can decorate it, you can put it in a sacred space, or you can paint it, carve it. You can even use your pumpkin in a recipe at the end of the season. I love getting the small sugar pumpkins and baking with fresh pumpkin myself. So that is your pumpkin activity. Be a pumpkin. And when you download your creativity guide, you'll also get a few more activities and then some creative reflections at the end. So at this point, I invite you to get cozy while I bring us into an autumn abundance meditation. Close your eyes and let yourself drift into a lush meadow at sunrise. The leaves on the trees appear to be glowing, golden in the morning light. You see a path and follow it, taking you further into the dense forest. Listen to the sounds around you. Hear each creature individually. And then as one chorus. Smell the crisp autumn air and notice the way it fills up your whole body. Now you see a small tree ahead. It's heavy with bright red berries that remind you of how abundant life is when you remember to exist in harmony with nature. Reach out and touch the berries and feel its abundant energy transfer into you and into your life. Take a few moments to fully let it in. Thank the tree, and when you are ready, you can gently come back to your body and wiggle your fingers and toes and gently open your eyes with a new abundance in your life. I really hope that you enjoyed this exploration. I would love to hear what discovering your inner harvest means to you right now. And I hope that all of your harvest dreams come true. With care and connection from my harvest cocoon to yours. Bye.